I know you're all eager to hear my ranking of the 9 WandaVision episodes, so here is my personal ranking for you in the opening of this review. Number 1, episode 9, number 2, episode 8, number 3, episode 7, number 4, episode 6, number 5, episode 3, number 6, episode 2, number 7, episode 1, number 5, number 8, sorry, episode 5, and number 9, episode 4. Do you agree with that ranking? Now on with the review. Let's cut to the chase. Wandavision is the 2021 MCU show and a kind of a TV sequel to Avengers Endgame, which spans of 9 episodes in total and originally ran on Disney Plus from January to March 2021. So WandaVision tells the story taking place 3 weeks after the events of Endgame and after Thanos' defeat, where Wanda is she's still hurting from the loss of a Vision in Infinity War, so she doesn't want to admit that the Vision is gone, so she creates this barrier of her own world, where she somehow brings Vision back to life with her powers, and she and Vision are living happily throughout the decades from the 50s to the present day, and they both have 2 sons, and even her brother Quicksilver comes back from the dead, though everybody suspects in this world that all is not as it seems, and Wanda is doing everything she can to keep this organization known as a Sword, which was formed by Carol Danvers' best friend from Captain Marvel, away from her world, only to meet another witch with powers that rival her own, Agatha Harkness. This is my first MCU review since Spider-Man Far From Home back in July 2019. I wasn't admittedly too negative on that movie at the time. I now do prefer it to Homecoming on rewatch, but it is a freaking miracle that we finally have some MCU content to start 2021. I mean, that's a great start to the new year alone, because we were starved of anything Marvel in 2020, but this year it looks like Marvel is coming back with a bang, and WandaVision is solid evidence of that. So while this show is not perfect, WandaVision is still wonderful and is the best Marvel show since Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And without a shadow of a doubt, this is Elizabeth Olsen's best performance as a Wanda slash a Scarlet Witch in the entire MCU. This is all her story, and dealing with her grief and her desires and her temptations, and how she's realizing with love comes a loss, even though by creating this barrier she is making her dreams of the life she's always dreamed of with Vision come true. At the same time, by creating this barrier, she is putting others at risk, and she's endangering the lives of others. So when she has to give that up in the finale, when she has to admit that that Vision and her 2 sons are not real, it's all fantasy. It's the emotions are sky high. This show was never going to end the way Wanda wanted it to, but let's hope that later on in the MCU she will still get a happy ending. She just wishes she could turn back time and prevent Thanos from killing Vision in Infinity War, but now she will move on and start a brand new life. And I uh, I do think it is terrific to have a Vision back just for this show. And Wanda and him are, of course, the loveliest couple in Marvel history, and we uh, uh, get to see them, in different outfits throughout each decade. Yeah, that was one of the funnest parts of this show, especially the first two episodes that were shot in black and white and had a sitcom tone to them. I know most would put those two episodes at the bottom in their ranking, but I would rank them just a taz higher than others. As yeah, uh, I was uh, loving that Marvel uh, t- were taking a break from what they usually do, and they gave us something new. A superhero love story in the past, and sure, we had no idea what was going on when you first watch Wandavision. You're like, what the heck? Vision died in Infinity War. How is this possible? Is this even connected to and canon to the MCU, or is this just all in Wanda's head? But yeah, it turns out it is all canon. But so you just have to stick with it to unravel the mystery. We get more answers as the episodes go along, and in episode 3, when we finally get color, that's that really showed the progression of the decades, that and each episode has a different style of title sequence to fit each decade, which was and each episode had a different title sequence to match and mimic each decade, which was highly imaginative. And though this is my most unpopular opinion about the show, but trust me, I got some backlash for hating on episode 4. We interrupt this program. My personal pick for the worst WandaVision episode. Uh, I know a ton of fans were saying, "Thank God for this episode." I was about to give up on this show at this point. I'd had enough of the sitcom nonsense. I wanted to get back to the good old Marvel days, to and to its credit, it does feel more familiar with the rest of the MCU, and we do get some answers that the team has sought. That's Monica, the daughter of Lashana Lynch's character from Captain Marvel's mother, set up. As it turns out, Sword have been watching what Wanda's barrier this entire time. And my number one flaw with episode 4 was the revelation of when Monica awakens in hospital and everybody is coming back from the reversed snap in Endgame. It's a intense opening that ties in flawlessly to the events of Endgame, sure, but the revelation that her mother has been killed off was what turned me right off this episode. How dare they kill off Carol Danvers' best friend from Captain Marvel? What a waste of a awesome character. Now she's not going to come back for Captain Marvel too. Oh well. It's still wonderful to see her daughter all grown up and and uh, and trying to work with her mother's organisation to figure out what Wanda is up to, and Darcy's return was a delightful surprise for me, as Darcy is the most underrated MCU character. She's certainly the most underrated 4 character. And I think she is the best she has ever been in the MCU and in this show. And episode 5, while it wasn't anything to rave about exactly, that's a surprise cameo at the end where we see the return of Quicksilver, not the underwhelming Age of Ultron Quicksilver, but the X-Men Quicksilver, the far superior Quicksilver of the two, comes back to life in Wanda's barrier, and yeah, he becomes, the cool and fun loving uncle to his 2 nephews, Wanda and Vision's sons. Yeah, Wanda and Vision's sons, their youngs are so fun and so lovable. I love how one of them has inherited his uncle's super speed, and the other has got his mother's, Scarlet Witch powers. Though I do think Wanda could have had at least one daughter, because she literally has no female members in her family. She's surrounded by men. Come on, Marvel, at least give her one strong female member of her family she can bond with. Episodes 6 to 7, 8 and 9 are the episodes where the highest highs of this show lie. They are no question the greatest episodes of this series. Episode 6 taking place in the 90s, the decade in which I came into the world, was just extremely festive, and seeing Wanda and Vision in their classic comic costumes was the biggest treat, and Wanda looked especially hot in her classic Scarlet Witch outfits, and when she just loses control and extends the barrier and transforms the Sword Base into a circus. Yes, especially that badass girl power moment for Darcy when she punches that guy. I have waited so long for Darcy to have a girl boss moment like that, and of course the number one reveal of this show of who is the puppet master pulling the strings, Agatha Harkness, baby, a Marvel character who I can't believe hasn't appeared in any movie, TV show, or video game until 2021. She is the perfect, counterpart to Wanda being a witch, and her backstory was the most disturbing part of the show, where she's put on trial by this other cult of witches, and she overpowers them all, and transforms them into skeletons, and she shows Wanda's backstory, and we get an explanation as to why Wanda has so much hatred for Tony Stark, as we see a Stark missile blew up her home in her childhood. Agatha Harkness is such an amazing character, and I have heard everybody say, we all called it, so that it was Agatha behind all this right from the get-go, but I certainly didn't. I never saw this coming, and the finale, episode 9, which is just titled the series finale. Okay, most unimaginative title for a finale, but nonetheless, it was for the most part a epic wrap up, and the fight scenes between Wanda and Agatha to Vision and White Vision were awesome, and yeah, this show has an equal amount of budget to it as the Marvel movies. So, I mean, the MCU is the highest grossing franchise of all time. So, of course, Disney and Marvel had no limits to how visually astonishing they could make this show look. It's it it's feels like a part of the movies completely, and the resolution when Wanda uses Agatha's book to transform herself into Scarlet Witch, and transforms Agatha into just, you know, a regular person at the end. Was my absolute favourite parts. I had been dying to see Wanda in her full-on Scarlet Witch gear, and this finale gave me just that. And though my only complaint about this finale is that I think Carol Danvers herself, Brie Larson's Captain Marvel, should have made an appearance. Yeah, I predicted that you know, we would get some surprise cameos like Captain Marvel, or maybe Ultron, or maybe even Doctor Strange, and we didn't get that. I know Marvel, you know, knew all of the fan predictions, so there was no way they were going to please every single fan. So they gave us a finale of what we wanted, but what we didn't want at the same time. So it sucks that there was no Captain Marvel, no Ultron, and no Doctor Strange. But and it's and especially Ultron, that was a missed opportunity, because they could have done him better in WandaVision than they did in his own movie. But oh well, at least the ending does tie into and is a strong setup for Captain Marvel too, when Wanda and Monica do make amends and and part ways. So yeah, we will see Carol again in 2022, and it's gonna be big. So yeah, overall, I can see why WandaVision is the show that made Disney Plus crash. I am shocked that never happened with The Mandalorian. That it shows that Marvel have still got it, so they still get all the views and all the money with anything they they put out. And WandaVision is a wicked Marvel show, a great follow up to Endgame, and gave Scarlet Witch one of the most beloved female MCU characters, the phenomenal development that she deserved.
I give WandaVision 4 stars out of 5. Great show.
Let's hope that Black Widow and Spider-Man No Way Home are just as awesome as WandaVision. We're counting on you, Marvel. Well, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. And what are your thoughts on WandaVision? And what would be your ranking of the 9 episodes, from your favourite to your least favourite? Please comment and let me know. Please like this video and subscribe. Please follow on Twitter and on Instagram. And I'll see you all next time. And remember, movies are us. Bye, guys.